What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, you hear the news in the background. Hear it? Yeah, exactly. So, I just had this epiphany. I wanted to create this video. It's been a while actually since I've listened to the actual radio and the news, and I'm just like, you know what? I wonder what's going on in the world, and so I'm listening to it, and you know what? Blah, it's the same stuff, same blah 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 blah. You know, same people don't like each other. Same people have a problem with each other. Doesn't matter if somebody actually finds the cure for cancer, they're going to find a problem with it. And at the end of the day, it does not serve me and it does not serve you. And it goes back to September of 2008 when Lehman Brothers announced that they're going bankrupt and ushered in the largest economic collapse and recession since the Great Depression. And it was tough. It was tough for a lot of business owners. I own an IT company. We were just getting ready to hit our first million, and that was the goal. And all we had to do is we literally had to work 10 times faster to hit the goal, and we just barely achieved the goal. But how we did it is I pulled the team together and I said, listen, man, everything's falling apart. Okay, as far as the media is concerned, and the news and all the other stuff, the world's coming to an end, okay? Because the media takes total advantage of any bad news and they make it 10 to 15 times worse than it actually is. So I got my team together, my staff, with his staff, about 12 people, and I just told them, I said, listen, do yourself a huge favor, turn the news off. Okay, the economy is going to collapse. Everything is going under. Okay, and so are our competitors. And let the competitors digest all this stuff. Let the competitors cripple themselves. Let the competitors run to the hills. And because that's what's going to happen. As for me and my house, to pull a line from Joshua out of the book of Joshua, we going to serve the Lord. Okay, and I didn't have that attitude back then, but I have that attitude today. But I just told him, I said, listen, it does no value for you to pay attention to everything collapsing and falling. It's going to get tough for you and everybody else. That's just how it's going to be. Okay, so buckle in. We about to take some market share. Because when times get tough, when things have setbacks, guess what? Everybody runs to the hills. Everybody is looking for the easy road. And the true blessing is to press in to challenges. It's get tough when there's a setback, when there's a disappointment. You literally want to press in to the challenge. Everybody else is going to retreat. That's how it is. And so it's all about perspective. Okay, my friend Jenny Wynn Jennings is watching live. And by the way, if you're in California or actually anywhere in the country, you need to go to bluedreamhr.com. Bluedreamhr.com. I've had the opportunity and the blessing and the privilege of working with this incredible business owner over this last year, and it's not just HR. I'm like blown away at your mindset, Jenny, about business. And she's the first client in a long time that literally, I'm just going to share this, okay? I hope you're okay. But if not, here we go anyways. It's the first client literally to pull me aside and go, listen, I got a problem, okay? You're not doing what you promised to do, okay? Your team's dropping the ball. You're dropping the ball. I want this relationship to work. And she put my butt in check. I was like, I have a lot of respect for this woman now. Okay? A lot of respect for her as a business owner. And that's how she runs her business. She wants to deliver value. She wants to deliver the best of the best of the best to her clients, not just HR services, but any area of business that you're having to struggle with. She and I are like this now, partnered up, going to market together, and we're crushing it. We're making huge impacts in teams, but highly recommend you connect with Jenny and get a strategy session scheduled up with her, not just about your HR, but about your business, about everything going in your business. She has been an incredible privilege as a client to work with, and now I consider you, Jenny, as a personal friend as well. So anyways, that's my commercial there for you. Feel free to have Gene download that, carve it out, create a promo video out of it. So here's the deal. We're going in, today is July 1st, okay? July 1st, 2026. It's the first day of a calendar quarter. It's the first day of the rest of your life. It's the first day of the second half of the year. Every single one. Okay, so let's see. Today is Wednesday. Every single one of my one-on-one clients, every single person that works in my group programs, all my coaches, all my consultants, all got a quarterly planning business review dropped in their inbox on Monday. It's that time of the year, folks. This is the time of the year where you look at your strategic plan for the year. You set those goals last year, and if you didn't, you really need to get your game together at this point, okay? But you set your goals for the year. You do not touch those goals, okay? But this is the one time and the only time of the year you actually look at those goals and make any modifications or changes or improvements. But once today ends and you got your plan locked, or by the time the 4th of July ends and you got your plan locked, you're locked, okay? And you don't give up on that goal until that goal's given up on you. You set your goal for the year, and it does not, you don't give up on that goal until 11:59 p.m. on December 31st. So that way, when, the new year's coming in and everybody's singing and cheering and the fireworks are going off, you're celebrating the fact that you showed up for a whole year and you went after it as if your life depended upon it. And here's the reward. If you do this, you're going to either barely hit the goal or you're going to barely miss the goal. If you blow it out of the water, in October, November, come on, man, get your game together, man. You shortchanged yourself, okay? You need to set those big goals, those goals that intimidate you. And here's exactly what I'm gonna do. Every year I look at my goal. I go, man, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna have, and then I add 25% to it. And if that doesn't intimidate me, I add another 25% to it until it scares the heck out of me, until it becomes unbelievable, until I go, my God, that is going to be a lot of work. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. And here's why it's important. Hitting the goal is not the reward. The person you have to become to hit the goal is the reward. Okay? How do you think these people like Elon Musk, Thomas Edison, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, you name the person, okay? Regardless of your politics, if you know their name, they have done something significant because they made an impact. Whether you agree with their politics or not is irrelevant. The fact is, you know their name. Okay? Who knows your name? Oh, that's going to hit hard for some of you, including myself. Okay? You only have one life to live, and today is the first day of the rest of your life, July 1st, 2026. Draw a line. Don't carry the backpack that you've been carrying around all these years. Don't take June 30th, 2026 and the past into today. That's number one. Okay? And if you simply can't do that, then let your pride and your ego down. Get a hold of a counselor, a therapist, whatever, and work out your stuff. Okay? There's no shame in that. Michael Gannon over in Franklin, Tennessee is my go-to. He's my go-to man. Okay? He knows me so well, but when I need a counseling moment, when I need a checkup from the neck up and I need to get John Pyron right, he's my call, man. Okay? And that dude, he gets me straight. Okay? There ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay? If somebody else thinks that you got any shame around that, get over it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you are you. There's nobody else like you. Okay? So treat that as you go into July. Treat that as you go into this second half of this year. Draw a line in the sand. Look at your faith, your finances, your family, your fitness, your fun, your friends. How are you doing in your marriage, your relationships with your kids, your health? Okay? Every area of your life. Take a baseline, take a break. Everybody else is going to check out tomorrow afternoon at noon. Okay, let's face it, they're going to check out at noon. They're going to still get paid through 5, but they're going to mess around for the rest of the afternoon and not be productive because they're looking forward to the 3-day weekend. Okay? And that's fine if that's you. No shame in there at all. If you're a business owner, you have serious goals. If you're not a business owner and you have serious goals, take Friday as an advantage to work on you and your business. And then if you still haven't finished up your plan, take the 4th of July and work on you and your business. The 4th of July is not just a 250th anniversary of this country and the celebration of our independence. It could be your day of independence too. This could be your moment in time where I don't know who I'm talking to. Somebody out there, you need permission to have a reset. Okay? Forgive yourself. Walk into forgiveness. Like I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day in a men's group, and he was like, man, I'm just struggling. I'm having a hard time, man. And it's like, oh, no, we're in a men's group. And he's like, you know what? I just don't know, man. It's like, I've got this problem. I got that. I just really want to do what's right. I want to be prepared for when Jesus comes back. I'm like, what are you going to do, dude? Well, I need to do this and I do this. I go, you do understand that Jesus said none of us, including him, knows the day, the hour, the minute he's coming back. Only the Father knows. So let me ask you a question, my brother. If he comes back in 2 minutes from now, which is possible, are you ready? He goes, well, I think, I would really want to do. I go, no, in 2 minutes from now, meaning you don't get to go and fix any of that. Are you ready? Now, here's what I was trying to get at. You can't do nothing to save your butt. The only person that can save you is Jesus Christ himself and the life he lived and your faith, hope, and trust that he did it and he paid the price and the penalty and gave you the opportunity to have a one-on-one relationship with the Father. Okay? It's done. It's been done, my brother. Stop carrying the baggage around, acting like you got to do something to earn something from God. You don't have to. You simply say, you know what, Lord Jesus, I accept you as my Lord and Savior. I'm going to follow you and I'm going to submit my life to you. Will you come into my heart and forgive me of my sin? I am repenting. Now, if you don't know what sin is, okay, you don't have to go crack open the Bible to figure that out. It's simply this. You got a choice between right and wrong, and your conscious mind goes, I shouldn't do that, but you know what? It's going to be fun. I'm going to do it anyways. That's sin. Okay? We all do it. Every single human being on the planet does it. And we need to be forgiven so we can have this power in this relationship. But anyways, I just told him, I said, just walk in forgiveness. That's all you got to do. Instantly, your day will change. Instantly, you're going to be happy. Instantly, you're going to be gratified. You're going to have gratitude. I mean, look at this. Look at the sky, man. It's like, who's holding this all together? Okay? And you can act like you're an atheist all you want. Okay? And if you are, good for you, man, because you have a whole lot more faith than everybody else walking on the planet. Okay? So, and if you want help with that, just go get the book, A Case for Faith. Okay? And get your head right, because you got to have some tremendous faith to do that. Okay? But here's the deal. I want this second half of the year to be the best for you. So here's what I want you to do. Take some time. 1, 2 hours, 3 hours by yourself. Okay? If you're like me, you're very anxious, OCD, I have to carve it out in little half-hour to 1-hour increments. Otherwise, I'll just get distracted. Okay? So know yourself. But take about 2 or 3 1-hour blocks, sit down, and evaluate where you are in your life. And be honest. Okay? How are you doing in every area that I described earlier? Take a baseline. Where you at? High five the celebrations. Okay? High five where you are. And if you want help with high-fiving yourself, go look at where you were 5 years ago and look at where you are today and celebrate those wins, man. Guarantee you, you're either better in one area or you're worse in it. Okay? So the stuff that you're worse in, no problem. Draw a line in the sand. Today, I'm going to make a new decision and go for it. The stuff that you're better at, celebrate the high five. You may not even hit the goal. Who cares? You're better. Okay? And then sit down and go, okay, over the next 3 months, over the next 6 months, by December 31st of this year, where do I want to be in all these areas of my life? And then make a list of all the areas you want to see improved. And then through a process of elimination, nail down one thing in each of those areas that you can set a goal with. Then go find the mentor, go find the book, go find the audio program, go find the workshop, go find the AI, the ChatGPT, whatever, and map out a plan. Once you have a plan, get with a mentor who has been successful at what you're trying to be. Don't go asking somebody, how do I be successful at this, if they haven't personally been successful at it. Don't take advice from somebody who has never done what they're giving you advice on. Okay? And then all you got to do for the rest of the year is show up every single day. I'm going to give you the number one tip you can implement for the rest of your life that will change your life. When you set that alarm the night before, you say you're going to get up at 9 a.m. or you're going to get up at 5 a.m. Hit the floor when the alarm goes off. All you do is you verify and you validate in your mind that you can trust yourself. When you hit that snooze button, all you're programming your subconscious mind to say is, I can't trust me. Which is why some of you don't want to even work towards goals. Which is why some of you don't even dream no more. Okay, Benjamin Franklin's famous for saying most men die at age 25 and are buried at age 65 because they realize the world is not fair. Okay? And you're going to work for your goals. So I want this message to come across clear. I want it to be very empowering for you. Okay? And if it's convicting, good. Okay? Because somebody needs to tell you the truth. And that is, you're important. You're worth it. Your goals and dreams are worth it. I don't care if I've been homeless, on the streets, been a drug addict, high school dropout, convicted felon, all that stuff has no bearing on my future. Okay? And if you don't have your heart right with Jesus, hit me up. I'll guide you through it. You don't have to go to a priest. You don't have to stand on one foot. Jupiter doesn't have to line up with Saturn. Okay? You can fix it right now. I mean, you got a God that loves you so much, he sent his only son to die for you so you can actually have a relationship with him. Okay? All religion aside, I ain't interested in a religionship, and neither should you. And you don't have to go to church to get saved. Okay? Talk to God directly. He wants to save you. Now, once you're saved and you have truly repented and you truly have accepted Jesus, you're going to want to go to church. It's just a natural outpouring of that. But if you claim you're a Christian and you don't go to church, you need to check yourself. Okay? You don't have to go to church to be saved, but if you claim to be a Christian and you're not attending church, fix that. Because if you truly have the Holy Spirit, he wants to hang out with other Christians. Think about that. Stop being a hypocrite. Okay? My parents were hypocrites. They sent me to church on a Sunday, me and my 3 sisters, so they can watch football on Sunday. That was how I met God. That's how I got introduced to Jesus. That's why I hated the church. That's why I hated all that stuff forever. Okay? Stop being a hypocrite to your family, your children. Show up. And if you're a man, show up and be a man. It's not your wife's job to lead you to church. It's your job. And if this message upsets you, good. You want to talk to me face to face? Hit me up. Send me a DM. I'd love to speak truth in your life. I'm not challenging you. I just want you to be a good man and a good father and a good husband. Because I was a terrible husband. I was a terrible father. I was a terrible son. And you can verify with every one of them. The Lord has changed my life. And I ain't going to pull no strings about it. I was a jerk. Nobody liked me. And yeah, I had all the worldly success I ever wanted, business, millions of dollars, all that stuff. But I want you to be successful, and you're successful internally when you feel great about you. And the best way to do it is to come to a place of surrender. Now, if you're in California, the July 10th, 11th, and 12th, I'm coming back to Northern California. Men's Encounter, NorCal Men's Encounter. Okay, we still got some spots available. You need to come to that weekend if you're a dude. It will change your life. Okay? You could stop being a fake dude. Okay? This could change your life. If you're not in California, fly there. Don't give me an excuse that you can't make it. I'm getting my butt on the plane from East Tennessee. I'm flying my butt early in the morning, 4 in the morning, to go there. So you don't have an excuse for that either. Okay? If you need help getting there, you can't afford it, whatever, reach out to me. We got people that will help. But I want it to change your life. Anyways, done with my rant. You guys be blessed. Have a great day.